Well, welcome back, guys. It's Alex from PTOUnlimited podcast. Welcome back to our pre-show for episode 188.
188.
So if you are new here, basically what we do is we sit down and talk about what we're going to talk about on today's podcast just a little bit before we actually talk about it. That allows you guys to be able to join in on the conversation, say hi, hello, as well as give us topics to talk about. Josh, go ahead and take it away.
Yeah, so what we're doing today is we're going to be going over the show notes of what we've already got planned for the show, and if there's anything else going on. It also gives you like a rundown of, hey, we might get to all of this today. So we're going to be talking about our topic of the week, which every single week we try to have something that is engaging to our social media. And this week we talked about what our first job was and what our pay was. So
Yes.
we're going to have that as our weekly topic. And then also we are going to be touching on the top items of the decade this month of December. So this week we are doing video games. So our top 5 video games. And if you have a runner-up, it's just what's going to happen. So we're going to be talking about that today as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also have the movie club.
Oh, I just realized what you did with our tree.
Yeah. We have our movie club, which every single week we watch a new movie. At least 1/3 of us has not seen it, is what we prefer. And so this week we did Sword in the Stone. So we'll be going over that as well. So 3 items that we already had planned out for the show is going to be quite a topic pusher there. So we got some other stuff already planned. I'm not sure what all's on the board there, Brett.
What do we got so far?
Gaming.
Huh?
Men gaming. Yes, there's an article I read about men in gaming.
Men and gaming.
So it's actually really interesting.
Oh, is this thing you were talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. So that'll be going on today. That'll be a topic.
We have Saturday.
Yeah, we'll be going over our weekend probably for Thanksgiving because that's also on the board.
Yep, Thanksgiving, and we went out and celebrated birthdays on Saturday night.
Yeah, we did.
Some of us a little too much.
You went a little harder than I.
A little bit, a little bit. What else do we get on the board?
Star Wars.
Yes. There's an article that came out from Star Wars that just recently happened. That's actually kind of interesting. So we'll go over that.
Okay. All right. We got
Probably.
Star Wars.
If we get to it.
Uno.
Yeah. I also have another thing from Uno is bringing out another type of deck.
How many more can they bring in?
I don't know. This one, I'm just like, I think they're just looking now.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's talk about Uno. What
Yeah.
else?
Kid Proof.
Kid Proof. We didn't get to it last week. We'll see if we get to it this week, but it's definitely something I wanted to touch base on. There's one more from that's been on the board.
Dairy Farm.
No, that's something I added today. Yeah,
Oh,
there's
okay.
something going
All
on
right.
with cows.
Something going on with the cows.
Yeah.
Florida.
Yep. You have that written down in your phone. That was a Thanksgiving thing.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe.
All right. Well, we'll talk about it. Trust me.
That's it.
That's it so far.
That's it so far.
Yeah. I have one item I just want to do a quick discussion on real quick here.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear about that cat that got locked up for causing jailbreak in the Humane Society?
No.
No.
Yeah, there's a shelter cat that had to be locked up in the solitary confinement because it kept jailbreaking all the other cats.
Was it a fractured cat?
Not fractured. It's called fractious. Not
Was
a
it
fractured
broken?
Cat. Fractious cat.
It's something I've had on my notes for a while, and I just didn't think it was worth actual chatter right away, with the podcast.
That's funny though.
It is pretty funny, right? It's like they had to lock him up because he's being a jerk. We have to also
Brett,
go over.
if you were a cat, that'd be you.
We'll also have to go over a little bit of the NFL fantasy and stuff.
Yeah, crossing my fingers tonight.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah, I'm losing too.
Did you see my bench? I have 40 points on my
Are you
bench.
wearing your contacts?
No.
Oh, your eyes look bright for some reason. Maybe it's just the lighting in
It's probably the lighting in here.
here. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I figured we would have enough talking about with our topics.
Yep.
That we have. So,
Yeah.
we good?
I think we're good to go.
Okay. So, that's going to conclude the pre-show, but you're going to stay right there and enjoy our intro video. Countdown video.
Yeah.
I'll get it right.
Yeah.
Countdown video while we set up for the podcast. And, yeah, we'll see you in 3 minutes.
Yep. So, bye, guys. Thanks for joining us.
let's say you were 2 years into your relationship and you had to assemble your own flowers.
She wouldn't care.
I don't know. I'm just not that kind of person.
Alex
It's
is
an
happy she
impossible
gets a gift
question
at
to
all.
answer.
Yeah, I am
That's
not
an
a
impossible question. I don't know why I asked
yes,
it.
I'm like you can't ask me that because I generally don't like receiving. I like giving.
Are there?
Shut the fuck up, Brett.
Oh boy.
Mic drop.
See you later.
Bye.
$1 million, but when you climax,
Oh god.
Oh.
I can't believe we're taking it to this level.
you barf in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably would.
I probably
All right,
would.
ladies, be warned. Brett may puke on you.
He's not getting this offer right now. This is a scenario.
No, this is based on things that will never happen, right?
All right,
Or-
let's
okay.
do it right now.
What?
Let's use this scenario.
Go ahead.
Let's do it right
So Alex and I
now.
watched Black Mirror. It
We
came
binged
out.
it.
Came
You
out
don't
last
binge
week.
it.
Do you not consider 3 hours binging?
No, I said on the precast, I'm saying it now, to be binge worthy, I think has to be at least 5. Binging is not about length of time, I think. It's about number of individual things.
I think it's about a season,
How many episodes is binge watching?
Well,
According
we
to
just asked him.
according to Google.
a survey conducted by Netflix in February 2014, they need
That's
to redo
5
this.
years ago.
They need to redo
Yeah.
this.
Before
Nope.
binging really
This
took
is,
off.
yeah. It says 73% of people define binge watching as watching between 2 to 6 episodes. 2?
2? No.
No.
No. Okay. I think.
This just rendered itself irrelevant.
It did. That was a very dumb.
Throw your phone.
That was very subtle. Throw your phone.
I just got a Charlie horse in my thigh.
Oh, shoot. You okay?
You're gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just give me
horse?
time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you can do this. Put your foot out. Put your
I
foot
can't.
Out. Do it.
No!
Oh, shoot.
Ah! Put it out. Now flex your foot up, like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit.
What do you need to
Well, I
do?
don't want it to look like
What do you
that.
want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there.
Give me your.
Help me. My back's to the camera.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're okay.
It's
You're okay.
ridiculous.
You're okay. You're
Let's do some.
I'm doing some friggin' Christmas trivia. I don't even have an opener. It's just we were talking about the child.
Yeah.
And I said it ain't Yoda.
Well, we know that's not
It's
Yoda.
not Yoda, but that's the only name
The
he
internet
has.
doesn't seem to know.
Well, the
Nobody
internet-
knows who he is.
So you can't just call him Baby
It-
Yoda when
that's
he's
be-
not reincarnated.
We don't know that.
We call
That's true.
we call him Baby Yoda because he does not have a name. It's only called the kid, and he looks like a Baby Yoda.
The child, not the
Or
kid.
a child. The
The
child.
child. The child. Yes, that's his
Should be
name.
like Yoda 2.
No.
Yoda 2. Yoda
No.
Jr.
No, Baby
2.0.
Yoda.
Welcome back to the PTO Unlimited podcast. My name is Brett.
I'm Josh.
Alex.
This is episode 188.
I need to train Alex how to use a toilet.
What?
I can't believe I'm the only guy on this earth
Wait,
that can be like,
Where did I hear? Oh, you.
yeah, I
He
had a
posted a
status.
Facebook status.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm telling a woman how to use a toilet.
What do you mean?
Okay, so when I was growing up, I grew up in a family with 3 girls, my mother, my dad, my brother, and me. So it was 4 to 3. So we were outnumbered with the female-male ratio.
How many bathrooms?
Oh, normally we would have 2.
Okay.
Normally, if not 3. I mean, actually, I can remember most houses that we had 3 bathrooms in them. Anyways, so I was trained when I was potty training on how to leave the toilet when you're done with it, like putting the lid down. Regardless of your gender, you need to touch a toilet, Alex. Okay. You make the biggest spectacle when I leave the seat up. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm making the
gross.
biggest spectacle because you leave the seat up. You know why?
I leave the lid up.
The lid.
Not
The lid.
the
That's what I
seat.
meant. The
Lid,
lid.
okay.
When you leave the lid up.
Do you know why we have to shut the lid?
I was going to get to
cat.
that.
Okay.
But
The
that
cat.
matters. Yes. Our kitten, Nymeria, plays with water. She loves water. She doesn't care.
She loves the toilet.
She loves the toilet.
And she gets litter and water everywhere if we leave the lid open.
Yes.
So I'm getting used to, in the 30, almost 31 years I've been alive, getting used to shutting the lids. And he's making a big deal out of it. That is,
Yeah. How have you never been like
Wait.
taught to do this?
So, why are you mad?
Because I have to teach a grown woman to close the toilet.
But I thought you want to do it.
What?
well, I do, but I keep forgetting to put the lid down.
She's forgetting.
No.
That means she's not
No,
taught.
I don't think that's. If you've never done it, you just never done it.
It doesn't.
But
no,
it's funny
no.
because he'll walk into the bathroom and go, "Damn it, Alex, you didn't put the seat down." Or put the lid down.
That's what it is. It's the seat. We're getting the seat and
Nobody
lid mixed up.
is just trained to put the lid down.
Me.
I
He
Self-taught.
puts the whole thing down.
I
Well,
close everything.
It's funny because I do too.
Yeah.
But not all the time. I do it in the morning after I wake up and go because my toilet is so close to the shower
Okay.
that I just while showering I want the lid down.
Oh yeah, you always do.
So but any other time I don't put the lid down, but I live alone and have no pets.
Okay.
Why do you want the lid down when you're showering?
Just seems appropriate.
Yeah.
Your toilet has nothing to do with you while you're
Right,
showering.
It really doesn't, but
How does
It
it
seems-
appropriate, not appropriate to have your lid up?
it just seems like I should.
You should maybe. I don't
Can't
know.
really explain it.
No. It's kind of like Alex,
You know, we were talking about people doing weird things last week.
I got a rebuttal by that.
Oh, okay.
Or if I'm in the bathroom, like cleaning the shower or the sink, then I'll close it.
Okay. Now, when you have guests over, I guess I've never really seen it closed when I'm there. So yeah.
I
You guys
don't
really
care.
count as guests.
No, we don't
No.
really.
I
So,
don't care.
I have to say this because I totally forgot about this.
Okay.
We got into the I called you guys' relationship a little weird.
It
Some-
is.
Some
Yeah.
things about your relationship is weird.
Right.
Well, it's been pointed out to me by other people who know us is that you and I have kind of a weird relationship. And
We
the
do?
reason why, it's not so much that we have a weird relationship, it's the fact that you, Josh, are okay with our relationship.
Your relationship is you guys bicker and argue.
No. Like, you would have no problem if me and you, because you couldn't or whatever, went and did something. We used to hang out, the two of us, just because
Yeah.
you were unavailable. People
Yeah.
have told me that's weird.
Well, she did that with a lot of guy friends.
It's weird because I only have less than a handful of girlfriends, and I have like handfuls of
You don't
guy
have any.
friends.
You don't have any girlfriends that you actually do stuff with.
No.
No.
I have one that I
mean,
can call
you
up and do
could,
stuff
yes,
with,
but you
but
Right.
I don't.
So
No.
the way
It's been that way since kindergarten.
what I tell people is the three of us, it's not like Josh and I became friends and you were his significant other all the time.
Yeah.
It
No.
was Josh and I became friends and then I met you and the three of us, because we all have shared interests,
Yeah.
became friends. And I think you and I are a little more alike than than Josh and I.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like we share
Yeah.
views.
I don't know. I think it's 50-50. You and Josh have your stuff, and then you and I have our
Our
stuff.
stuff. Okay, but my stuff, I still have a passion in. You've kind of lost your passion in video gaming, so.
It's just not as strong as it
Right,
was once. But
right.
I just meant just views in general, not just on interests,
You guys do
but
seem to
opinions and
like
stuff.
pile up against me a lot. It's kind of gets a little biased here. It
I
feels
get
like
on your side every once in a while.
once in a while. Yeah.
Okay, the moment I make a blonde joke or something
majority-
weird, you guys pick it right
Well,
up.
We have to.
The
We have to.
majority, if it's not unanimous, the majority of the time it's me and you against. And
It-
against isn't the right word, but me and you have one opinion and he has the
Yeah.
contradictory opinion.
Yes.
Or somewhere along those lines.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
but it's been more than one person who knows us has said to me, that's really weird how you guys can hang out without him and be just fine. I'm like, no, it's not weird.
I can't think of a guy friend that I have that Josh or I would feel weird if we hung out without Josh.
Yeah.
Because I think all of them I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really have one that I can think off my head.
Yeah.
If you wouldn't want to hang out with them, then I wouldn't want you to hang out with them. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
exactly.
So I'm thinking of people's names. I'm like, yeah, you wouldn't want to hang out with them anyway. So, because you and I pretty much have the same views on all of our friends.
Well, yeah. I mean, going back to last week, we're like a split down the middle.
Yeah.
Apparently can't tear us
You
apart.
can't detach us from each other.
No.
So, no,
All
it's
right,
just,
all right,
it's
all
weird.
That was all.
Yeah. So, yeah, toilets, and make sure you close the lids, man.
Yeah, toilets.
So, yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say about
Maybe that
that.
should be this
What
week's
if it's
topic.
what if it was
Maybe.
a freshly cleaned toilet? Would you still leave it up if you didn't have to worry about the cat?
Oh, if it wasn't with the cat, I never really would have cared.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's making a big deal that I keep forgetting.
But
to
I always
shut
do
the
it
lid.
myself anyway.
I don't think closing the lid is part of normal use of a toilet.
It's not. It's
So-
not. But it was just an added thing because no one needs an open toilet in a house, to be honest.
But nobody. But if
It
you
serves
close
no-
it, it's just an obstacle for when you have to go.
What if you really
The
gotta go?
obstacle is less than a
What
second.
if you're? What if you're?
You have two hands,
What if
okay?
what if you're pinching your cheeks
What if
together?
it's like Harry on Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah. And you
God.
need that extra second.
That's a great scene. We don't like that scene, but we do.
Okay, I can't say I don't like that scene. I don't like
He doesn't
toilet
like
humor.
toilet humor, and I think it's funny. Yeah.
I'm not that person that's into toilet humor.
Oh,
Just
that's
really
great.
not.
No, but you thought for some reason that video of that chick releasing her baby gender with a fart cloud.
That
out of
was
her-
hilarious.
That was like
Have you
actually
seen
it was
that?
more
I don't think
disturbing.
so.
Bare ass.
Bare ass. She put blue powder up her butt and farted, and that was the.
That is terrible.
Yes, it was more disturbing.
We can't share it on our YouTube. That's even worse.
It's very.
It's barely Instagram worthy.
And she rips one, and it just big blue poof of smoke comes out of her asshole, and I'm like, honey, that's just wrong. For some reason, if a guy were to
you
do
think
it, that's,
women farting is gross?
I do. I don't know why. Except there was that try not to laugh, and it was like when you finally get the office alone, and she's like, she rips one, and then she turns around, and there's someone still in the office.
That's
This
great.
isn't farting, but did you see the video that came out last week? It was this woman getting her luggage checked by the TSA.
Oh
And
yeah.
Her
I
friend's
did.
videoing it.
I did see
And her
this.
friend put a big dildo right
Yeah.
on top. And the TSA guy, he's a young guy, he opens it, and the look that he gives her
It is
like,
great.
it is so funny. And she had no idea it was in there. It's
I'm gonna
so
do that
funny.
to you when we go to Florida.
Oh, please
I'm gonna
don't.
put it in your suitcase.
Are you pulling it up?
I'm gonna try to.
I did not see this.
The he knew it was a joke. The TSA
I'm
guy.
gonna buy a big purple
Where
double-ended donger and put it in your
There's my mouse.
suitcase.
Good
That's
God. Couldn't find my stupid mouse.
And I'm gonna
here.
get like a gallon of lube and put it on the
It's not
suitcase.
fair.
Because that'll make it get checked.
TSA. I'm gonna look up luggage meme.
Luggage is it a meme?
Well, I mean, the look on his face is
They
meme worthy.
might, if we can't find it, we'll show the video off air just so you can see. it, 'cause
Yeah, I
it's
can't
funny.
find it. I can't
Aw,
find it.
Dang. Okay, well that sounds hilarious.
It is pretty funny. Yeah. So, anyways,
Let's talk the weekend, Day.
yeah, the weekend.
Well, I guess we could start with Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm. Do anything?
I worked in the morning and early afternoon. Then I went home to eat dinner with my folks, and that was it.
Yeah.
We had 3 meals.
Yeah, we did
Were
because
you
we had
even
breakfast.
hungry by the third one?
No, I couldn't breathe.
I was. I
I-
actually had 4 meals because I had seconds at the last meal.
Wow.
I do it to myself every time where I just can't breathe by
I felt
the time.
I felt good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only gained 2 pounds on the scale at the end of the day.
But we went out Saturday night, so you kind of
Then I lost those 2
You
pounds.
flipped all of that weight
I
pretty
did.
much inside a couple days.
I did. I fluctuated a good 5 or 6 pounds in,
Yeah.
in a couple days.
Did you go shopping on Thursday night?
We did. We went
Yeah.
to Walmart. Got disappointed because they didn't have my LED strips, and luckily I
It
found
was like the
one.
one thing that we went for, and they were the one thing they were
The one
actually
thing.
out of.
Was
Yep.
it busy? What time did you go?
We went
9?
at like it was around 9, 8,
So
8 or 9, 8:30.
2.5 to 3 hours after it started. So
Mhm.
was it busy?
No,
No.
not really.
No.
In fact, it was so.
No, it was so not busy that we could get into self checkout, just grab the couple things we had and leave.
Yeah.
Nice.
It wasn't anything crazy. It was actually just kind of crazy over
I
by
think we picked
electronics,
up like
getting the TVs.
Yeah.
we picked up two or three. Oh, we bought a Roku
Yeah, for
Why?
our TV.
for our TV in the bedroom.
Because we got rid of
So-
Netflix,
yeah,
so we
'cause
don't
we got
really
rid of
have
Netflix.
anything to watch on our TV.
So and they were on sale for like what $11 or
Oh, we got that one for like 18, and it runs normally 50.
oh
So-
yeah. So we got that, and we're just like, oh, you know what? Well, we were gonna hook up our old 360
Oh, yeah.
that doesn't
Well,
work.
if you hook up one now, they're so slow.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
I
So I was
can't.
like, well, we're just gonna get rid of it.
Yeah.
It's worth it just to buy the $18 Roku.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got that. I bought Dunkirk, which is Christopher
A
Nolan.
movie we've been not waiting, but wanting to see, but haven't. We're like, well, it's like $3, so let's buy it.
Yeah. So and it's a Christopher Nolan movie, and I mean I haven't been disappointed by anything he's done. So
Did you shop on Friday?
I
no.
did.
Oh, she
No,
went. She
you
went.
worked.
She went online shopping like crazy.
I went online shopping Friday night, and I had stopped at Kohl's right after work, right before Friendsgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, because I was annoyed that I had to wait. I would have waited a little bit to cook if you had told me you were going shopping
realize
She
I
after
was
wasn't
work.
going
planning
to.
on
I wasn't
shopping.
planning on it.
Uh-huh.
And then at the end of the workday, I got a gift card, and I was like, well, there was a weighted blanket I was going to get that's $20 that I can now get for $10.
I was hangry by the time you got home.
Yeah, you were like, "Can we move
Then
along?"
you were
Like
messing with the dog. I'm like, she can wait. Let's eat.
you were really hungry, man. Which I can understand.
By the
You-
way, it was a really good meal.
it
It
was
was
it
good,
was
so-
fantastic.
I did a turkey breast.
I don't know how the frick that thing cooks in 3 hours.
Yeah, so I get the butter balls that are in a bag.
Yeah, the steam bag.
You cook it from frozen for like 2 hours and 45 minutes, and it was great.
On 375. That's really not that hot.
No, not.
It's crazy.
So we had that, and we did some noodles and mashed taters
Oh, that was
and
perfect.
rolls
Rolls.
and pumpkin pie.
Yeah,
Mm.
I'm full.
I
We had to
was-
way- We had to go through a whole movie before we could eat the pie.
I was
though.
really glad
Yeah.
that you liked the noodles because the first time I've ever done them.
Oh,
Oh, they were pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, like, you said you wanted to, like, I didn't know you had to work over the weekend. I was getting ready to actually have, like, a night where we just drank and
Well,
watched movies.
We'll talk about that
Okay.
off the air.
Off the air. All right.
But I shopped Sunday or Friday morning.
Oh, did you?
Oh,
So-
what'd you get?
Well, me or cousin Andrew texted me, I think on Thursday, maybe Wednesday, and asked me what model one of my guns was. And I told him, and he's like, well, Rural King, which I don't know how big they are across the country, but Rural King, which is kind of like a Tractor Supply.
Yeah, it's a
It's a kind of a country store kind of thing. But
Right.
they had
It's a big
deal.
Walmart for like outdoorsy
Yes,
things.
but it's not Bass Pro Shop or Cabela's or something
No.
like that.
Mhm.
So they had a deal where basically a handgun with a bunch of extra stuff, and it was like $200 or close to it, cheaper than what you would get if you just bought the gun. So we decided that we should get that because it was basically a loss leader. They just wanted to get you in the store so that you could buy a bunch of their other stuff on sale.
They're mainly only in the tri-state area.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
That's where I'm
So
looking here.
me and him got new guns, and we were happy with that.
Yep. Indiana, Michigan, and Ohio.
It wasn't too bad. There was, I think, 30 people total. Now, buying a gun takes a little bit longer because you have to fill out a questionnaire, and then they have to do the background check.
Right.
So I think we were there for about 2 hours before we got through, but it was no big deal.
2
Everybody
hours.
was nice. All the customers were nice, and there were two employees that were working it. They were friendly, and so it was just a
That's a good
all around
situation.
good
Yeah.
experience for technically Black Friday morning.
Mm.
Well, I didn't have any bad experiences. We also went to Target on Black Friday Thursday.
Yeah. Target didn't have anything.
Yeah, we just walked around.
We got
and
luggage.
Oh yeah, we bought. Our luggage was falling apart, so and there was like a. How much was it?
It's like $150 luggage set for $50.
Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
and it's 5. It's like a 5
Match
set.
luggage.
Yeah. So we needed new luggage because, I mean, we're going traveling, so we need a new luggage. So we're like, oh, all right, well, we'll jump on that one. And then while we were there, we needed like extra things. So I bought like a 2 for 1 for. Like we got some body wash because it was on sale. And we got like 2 big bottles of body wash for the price of 1. I'm like, oh, okay, that works too.
Yeah, it was a real basic shopping experience. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
No one too rowdy, angry, or anything. Yeah, I didn't even hear anything on the news of anything bad happening.
No, I haven't even talked. I did not work the sale. I haven't even talked to people there about any crazy things that happened or anything.
Right. Yeah.
It seems like when we went into Walmart, you guys are like overstocked in like TVs.
They send a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I think they probably send the same amount of stuff they always have, but not as many people go shopping anymore.
just because it's online.
Not as many people buy as that many TVs anymore.
Well, that
either.
it's like I think it's a stopping point where everybody has a fucking TV now.
Yeah,
We have too many TVs
they
in our
do,
house.
but everybody has one for like every room in their house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have one for every room
in the
if we
house.
wanted to.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't even own those 2.
I just have one.
Well, yeah, you used to have.
Yeah, but you have a really nice TV for the one that you
I,
have.
I would
You
put
do.
one in the bedroom, but there's nowhere because of how the baseboard heat is laid out in my patio door. There's nowhere to put a stand. I would have to
wall mounted.
wall mount it in the corner, and even
Yeah.
then I gotta have somewhere to put. I mean, unless I just got like a Chromecast or something that would just kind of plug into the back,
Yeah.
which is doable, but
Right.
it's not really necessary.
Speaking of
If I go to bed and I want to watch something, I just watch my iPad.
Yeah.
oh, speaking of new TVs, our new TV came in.
Is that a 4K?
No.
When you gonna jump on that bandwagon?
I wish it was 4K.
I wish
I'm
it was
surprised it
4K.
wasn't.
Because you
Yeah.
could have got a pretty cheap one this year.
I know.
Eh.
Which
I know.
means it'll be even cheaper
It'll be
next
cheaper
year.
next
Yeah.
year.
I've been wanting to get a 4K TV for a very long
Maybe
time.
we'll trade it or we'll see next year.
You take
But-
like all your TVs and sell them to Mega Replay and buy a new 4K
There
TV.
you go.
Right. No.
Our TV that we got like as like a gift for buying our Labor Day sale furniture, and we finally got
They
that.
spared no expense.
Spared no expense. So we got like
Literally no
Josh-
expense. This thing was probably sitting in the warehouse collecting dust.
yes, and then
So
they're like
50 inch.
Especially since it's not a 4K.
It's a 60 hertz too. It's not
Oh,
even
yeah?
120.
Yeah.
So we downgraded pretty hard.
it still looks pretty damn good.
For what it is, yeah, it's fine. It doesn't bother me
But
any.
I was like, Josh, is our TV? Because I was trying to think of a 50-inch in the living room. Because what did we have before? 42.
Mm-hmm.
So we had a 42 in the living room. I was like, all right, it just seems a bit small. Maybe a 50-inch would be good. And it's a 50-inch from like
Corner
the
to corner.
to corner. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't have a big thick border around it. And I turned it on when I got home, and I'm like, oh my god, this thing's huge. I'm like, we probably need a 48.
It
Yeah.
doesn't. No,
I think it looks big.
I don't think. I think you could go up to
Bigger?
55. How does mine look in my?
Yours is perfect.
Mine's a 55, and I got a 55 because I knew a 60 or 65 would probably be too big.
You had that 70 for just a short period of time.
Was that a 70?
Yeah,
I thought that
it was a
60.
70.
No, I think it was a 55 or 60.
I'm talking
That
about the
was-
silver one that you had. You had it for a very short
Yeah,
period.
Yeah, it was in my
You took it
old
back.
apartment, and
Yeah.
I did take it back. Yeah, it was an LG.
I thought it was a 70.
No, I couldn't go that big.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was probably a 60.
Okay. Yeah. And TVs are getting so cheap today.
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
crazy cheap.
Dude, and it's super light too. I was
Just
able
wait.
to pick up and set up the 50-inch by myself.
That's why you
Mhm.
never buy a new model the same year.
Right.
'Cause
If
you
we were
could
to get a
just-
50-inch tube, can you imagine how heavy
God.
that would be?
those
Yeah.
those are like projector TVs.
They were
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess that would be like the
The big
The
projector.
big projector
Yeah.
with on like wheels.
And four
no,
by
not the
3
wheel
aspect
ones. I was
ratio.
thinking of the one my grandma Marcoulis
Yes,
used to have.
that's
Is
a projector.
That's a projector?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
It is?
Yes.
Oh,
It's a
I didn't know
pro-
that's what
it's
it was
a-
called.
It's not a projector.
Fat bottom.
It's
Yeah.
a projection TV.
Yeah.
It's not an actual.
Like it
projector.
looks like
No, yeah.
a movie theater.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
An old movie theater.
And it doesn't have good backlighting. It's really bad.
No,
No,
it's really
you
bad. They
can't.
got rid of that was like the cool TV back in the day.
They really looked. They did not look good. And
Mhm.
but remember DLPs?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Those were okay, but they didn't last very. Or they weren't on the market. for
this is
very
where
long.
Brett and I can
Yeah,
have a
this
conversation.
is where you guys have a conversation. What's a DLP?
I don't even think we might have had one of
We
those.
had one.
And
Right, and that was right when
What's
we were
a
getting
DLP?
digital light projection,
Yeah, it's digital, but it's still a projection TV.
and it was HD,
Mm-hmm.
whereas the old style projection TVs were not.
We had one on display for a very long time.
I remember.
I
Was
remember
it
selling it for like $400
Was it
or
a
something.
Samsung?
Yeah.
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 I think I think that was exclusive to Samsung. Like I think they proprietary.
Really?
I think.
Hmm.
I think so.
Um,
Anyway.
Yeah. Other stuff we can go on about the weekend. We can talk about football if you
No.
want.
Talk
No.
about Saturday night first.
Okay. Well, we went out for my
Just
birthday
Go right down the line.
just to celebrate. Nothing crazy happened.
Well, maybe not crazy, but somebody went a little overboard.
Alex went overboard.
Why did you do that?
I don't know. I had, after I had woken up and realized like how much I drank more, at least that it felt like I drank more than my 21st birthday.
It was
Why?
a lot. It was a lot.
I was feeling good
Were
and
you
it was
sloppy
just
drunk?
No, she just kind of just knew when to
Did you get
stop.
the hiccups?
twice.
But they went away pretty quick.
But for some reason I was able to get them to go away. So I don't know. And I think I was able to get them to go away because I was hiccuping, so I sucked down more alcohol.
Did you curse at anybody else like you do at me on Halloween?
Oh, I got so drunk I was punching people.
Oh,
Well, yeah,
that's pretty drunk.
She
Yeah.
punched Rick in the
Why?
shoulder.
Because somebody, I'm pretty sure, I barely remember this, but I'm pretty sure someone like went behind me and like they brushed up against my butt and it was like oh, who touched my butt kind of thing. So I was saying like, I'll punch you, and somebody, I remember I punched Rick because it was on purpose and with permission. Like I punched him in the shoulder to show him how hard I could hit, and then Shelby wanted to be hit, so I punched Shelby in the shoulder, and it was just, I kind of remember it, but I don't because I blacked out. But I ended up we pre-gamed at the house for like 30 minutes, and in that time I had a whole bottle of wine. It wasn't like a big one. It was like it was a small, like personal size bottle of wine.
Yeah.
And I had that, and I've had that sitting on my counter for a year. So it had some time to ferment. And so I drank all that before going. So by the time we got to the bar, I was at least like feeling okay.
Yeah.
And then I drank 4 doubles of a vodka tonic. And for some reason, Josh and Rob left. Like, we went into, like, the dance club part of the
We
bar.
left just to go outside to chat.
Yeah, but you guys were, like, gone forever, it
Well,
seemed like.
It was just Rob talking.
And in that time, I don't know why, but in that time, Josh wasn't there to babysit me. And in that time, from when they left to when they came back, I had 4 or 5 shots.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, I had
Wow.
like the tube lady came around, and right before you left, we had your birthday shot, Rick's birthday shot, and then the tube lady came around,
Oh,
and
don't
Rick
even
said,
talk about it. My stomach.
Rick said, "All right, let's go ahead and take them." And I'm like, "You know, the last time we did tubes together?" And he's like, "Yeah, it was at Piers, and we got
Piers, yeah.
blackout drunk." So I had 1 tube, and then she came around, and then Rick bought 2 more rounds, and then Shelby
Yeah.
bought a round, and I had 1 more before leaving the bar. Yeah.
It's a lot.
That's a lot. Well, at least for me, that's a lot. That's like way over. Like, I'm usually done at 3 doubles. That's
Right.
it.
Exactly.
Not even 3 doubles.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had a fun night, and I suffered yesterday,
And a little bit today.
and a little bit today. I was
Yeah.
really groggy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I did not complete my hangover until today, but I was not feeling at least any bit good to get up and walk around until after 7 o'clock last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't really do anything crazy at all. We just went to the bar and had a normal time. Nothing.
I mean, it was, nothing crazy happened. I got smashed, but hey, I had a great time.
No stories are sometimes the best, actually.
Yeah.
That means you
Everybody had a good time, and we
Yeah.
all got home safe, and I mean,
Yeah.
that's the end.
Okay, now we can talk about football.
Well, you can't say much.
Yeah, I didn't get to see anything.
you missed a lot.
I know kind of the notables. The Ravens beat the 49ers in Baltimore.
Yep.
Some people think that could be a preview of the Super Bowl.
Mhm.
I watched that.
It was an
was-
entertaining game.
It was in the rain, so maybe you don't know you didn't see what you could see in a dry, neutral site.
But
I think both quarterbacks were just amazing.
Lamar Jackson's better than Jimmy Garoppolo right now.
yeah.
And he's really separating himself from all the
All
other
quarterbacks.
MVP candidates.
Yeah.
So he's
It's
probably
because he's almost topping. Oh gosh, I wanted to sound smart for a second.
What? You look at
most
me
rushing
for
yards.
out of a quarterback?
Yes.
Oh,
Probably,
he's
Michael Vick.
he's right below Michael Vick.
That's who his name is. I was like, he's
So-
right below Michael Vick, and he's totally gonna get he's gonna beat it.
Yeah,
I'm sure he will.
I think he's done 4 consecutive games, 100 plus
100
rushing.
plus rushing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Other notable is the Texans beat the Patriots last night. So
Yeah.
the Patriots are 10-2.
I was so happy about that. Tom Brady looks like trash.
He can't play.
No.
Like, he just can't.
Can he play?
He was overthrowing his
No.
receivers like multiple times. I'm
No,
like,
he
wow. He is
Now,
not.
I still say it's very possible that he realizes his defense is going to win him games,
Yeah,
and he's really just not pushing himself until the playoffs.
could be.
And even the back stretch of the season, because history can show you that this is what's possibly wrong with the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
It's you don't want to peak too early. You want to go into the playoffs on a hot streak, and if the Patriots finish strong and there's no signs of that right now.
Right.
That's what you want to do. That's how they actually lost the Super Bowl in 07 when they went undefeated. But the Giants got on a hot streak right at the end of the season and just sailed through the playoffs and beat them
Yeah.
to make them go,
Speaking of a hot streak,
17-1.
Miami
Yeah.
and the Eagles.
They beat
Oh my
okay,
God.
I chose to not play Minnesota defense because I was like, you know what, I just don't know how it's going to be tonight. So I put in on my fantasy, I picked up the Eagles just because I wanted a little bit
The
more than
defense.
4 points because that's what Minnesota's been averaging me. So I put the Eagles in against Miami because I was like, it's the Dolphins. They're going to get shut out. It's going to be fine.
Yeah.
I got -1,
Yeah.
and my
Yeah,
bench
that's
has Dolphins
bad.
players on it, and I have 40 points on my freaking bench with Dolphins players.
Yeah, I needed a receiver because I've had some guys go down, and I got Devontae Parker, who
Yeah.
hasn't done anything all year. He had 2 touchdowns. So
Nice.
That helped me out.
Yeah.
I don't even remember anything else really. The Chiefs destroyed the Raiders. Sorry, Patrick.
No, they did.
Packers beat New York Giants in
Boo.
New York, which the Giants stink, so that's no big deal.
Boo.
On Thanksgiving, here's one notable thing. On Thanksgiving, the Bills beat the Cowboys in Dallas, which
Yes, they did.
is pretty significant. I mean, the Bills are we're now 9-3. The Cowboys are now, I think, 6-5,
Yeah.
maybe 6-6. They're
Yeah.
not. It's not good. They've lost a bunch of games in a row.
Yeah.
And it's funny because my parents are Cowboys fans, and so I go to their house right before the game starts,
Really?
and they're like, yeah,
Wow.
they're like, I think they're gonna really beat the Bills tonight. I'm like, are you guys crazy? They're gonna get whooped. I'm like, Jerry Jones, the owner of the Cowboys, just called out his coaching staff after they got beat the week before on a very poor performance.
Yeah.
And it's a short week. He had to stir the pot. I don't think they're going to be up for this game, and they weren't. They got the score was like 23-15, and they didn't even get that last touchdown, the Cowboys, until the end of the game. So it was not pretty.
Yeah. I was okay with the Cowboys losing though.
Yeah. I don't think there was anything there. I don't remember anything else that was of significance.
There were good games
Yeah.
this week.
Were there?
Yeah, it was just. I mean, everything
Close-
we've talked
a
about,
few
like
close ones.
close games, like good football.
Yeah. Well, the Seahawks and Vikings are tonight, and that's a pretty big one for Minnesota. They have to win. Yeah.
That's the thing is we got win tonight.
Where is it?
It's in Seattle.
It's not good.
I don't know. I know.
We don't really do good away.
No.
Russell Wilson.
But they will be having home games for all the people in their division the rest of the season. So they're going to have the Packers and Lions at home. And I think they're doing one more home game. I'm not sure who, though. They're going to be in L.A. for the Chargers.
Is this week 13 or week 12?
Week
I don't know.
I think
13.
it's week 13.
It's
yeah.
week 13. It's
So
the
I
last
think playoffs is next week.
for us. Yes.
Yeah.
Alex gets first round bye
I
automatically.
get first week. First
I am
round bye.
fighting for the winner's
I
spot, and I'm
made
probably
the
going to lose
playoffs.
it. I don't know.
made him.
Yeah. You did?
Um,
Happy with that, yeah.
Winner's bracket?
According to Shane.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I
Nice.
sh- I
Who gets
should
the
have.
toilet this week? I mean, I don't know if we could probably put it in between. Did you win this week?
I still have 2
Hold
to
on.
go tonight, I think.
I'm going to look. I'm going to
Russell
look at our
Wilson and Tyler
scores.
Lockett.
Okay, so Alex.
We might have to just twist the
we
toilet.
can't really go with projections right now, but we're going to just state them. You're projected 80.7. You're sitting at
Well,
64.
Hold on. Instead of saying that, what's her score and how many players left does she have?
I have one player.
64 is her points, and she has one player. I'm at 62.9, and I have one player.
It's like
And we're
head to
facing each
head.
other. We're facing each other.
What am I?
Oh, you're screwed.
Well, how many points do I have?
You have 46.5
Oh no.
and 3 players.
3 players to go. So
Yeah.
I could pull it out.
You got Stephon Diggs, Tyler Lockett, and Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Ah,
those
he
are
might be
some-
able to pull it out with
so
those
how
guys.
many points does my opponent have?
110.
Oh,
Ooh,
geez.
you're screwed.
Yeah,
All right, you
that's-
get the toilet.
7 points.
You need to get
Hold on.
70
now.
points.
You
Wait.
need to get 70
points.
Yes, but
65, actually.
2 of us are going to lose here.
Right. But
And it might not be me that gets the least amount of points.
we don't know that,
As
though.
of right
but
now,
as of right now,
you're
you know
gonna get
we
the
know for sure
toilet.
you're losing.
And if I gave you the toilet, you might win.
It happened that
and
one
then
time.
I'll take the toilet.
It actually
next
happened,
week.
was it 2 weeks
A
ago?
couple weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah, and
I
Alex
will-
lost or
I'll
something.
take the toilet next week, even if I don't lose, if I'm wrong. But I think you're gonna lose.
Okay.
70 points.
I mean, Russell Wilson can't.
I don't want him
can
to.
score a lot,
I don't want him
but
to. I'm sorry.
It could be a shootout tonight, you know.
It could be.
'Cause
We'll see.
Seattle's defense has not been what it has in the past, and Minnesota's has been giving up a lot too. So
They've been going downhill.
it could be,
unfortunately.
it could be a shootout. That'd be pretty cool to see between Russell Wilson and Kirk Cousins.
Oh my gosh.
I
I
just hope
don't
it's
know.
more competitive than last week's game because that was boring. That was Baltimore and L.A.
Yeah.
Rams, and Lamar Jackson just made them look like fools.
We got to decide on what we're doing, if we're watching that game elsewhere, Alex, or if we're going to be home for that, by the way.
So
It's Minnesota.
Josh and I were we're probably going to jump on the sale after the podcast, by the way, just because we're talking about NFL and we were joking that they always on their website, NFLshop.com,
Yeah.
they always have a 25% off with a countdown.
Hashtag
always.
not an ad.
Not an ad. They always have a 25% off. Always.
Yeah.
But they make it like there's a countdown on the website all the time to make it say like, oh my gosh, if you don't jump on this now, you're not going to get 25%
Get
off.
to it.
So Josh and I were joking because it's always 25%. And I'm like, you know what? Black Friday and Cyber Monday, they're going to be like 30. I'm like, it's actually 65% off.
It's pretty
And I know it's
significant.
actually pretty damn good, so I might have to jump on some Vikings gear.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Get a hat.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about it. I kind of want one myself.
Like that kind of hat or an actual like a ball cap. Like
I mean, I like beanies. I
like-
look good in
You look good in
beanies.
with
beanies.
like a hat with a bill.
No.
I know. I think I could pull both off, but probably a beanie.
Yeah. we'll have to look. I would actually like
Get
something.
both.
Why not both?
Why not both?
So let's talk the movie.
Yeah, I was going to say we should probably move into a lot of the weekly discussions that we're going to be running here. So the movie club. So what the movie club is every single week we choose a movie to watch. That way our guests and our fans and all of us can watch it beforehand and we can talk about it. This week we did Sword in the Stone, which I had never seen. And my parents will probably claim that I might have. But I have a few facts on the movie
Yeah,
that I can
tell
actually talk about this. Like, there's some stuff that not a lot of people know about this, but Walt Disney was the character model for Merlin.
Oh, okay.
That's
Okay.
pretty interesting.
Except wasn't Walt Disney? He didn't have that long beard and.
No, but character model,
Okay.
just the model itself. This was the last film Walt Disney produced.
Oh,
But,
wow.
Wow.
like, Walt Disney
What
himself.
year did it come out?
1963.
Okay.
December 25th, 1963.
Christmas.
Yep. It's the only animated movie from the 1960s to yet have a platinum DVD, a sequel, a TV show, or a live-action remake
There's a sequel?
That's
from the
interesting.
1960s.
No, there isn't.
There
one.
isn't. This is the
Oh,
only,
the only one not to.
only one not to.
Oh,
to have
okay.
any
Now,
of that.
there was a TV movie called Merlin that Sam Neill was in back in the 90s.
Oh, I doubt it's anything related to that.
Well,
Probably
I mean,
not,
the
but
Sword in the
Merlin-
Stone is
the
not.
wizard in Sword in the Stone his name is Merlin.
Right. But
yeah, I'm sure it's not related.
probably
but
different character.
The Sword in the Stone is
Entirely.
not a Disney original story.
No, it's not. But this story has not been redone by Disney, has not been sequeled by Disney.
Oh, damn it. Now look what you
Which
said.
is
Now we're
fine,
going to get a
because-
live action Sword in the Stone.
No, we won't because nobody cares about Sword in the Stone.
It's not that.
we
no.
did because we watched it this week.
Alex, King Arthur
Yeah.
is just not that popular. King Arthur failed, the most recent movie that
'Cause
has
it's not-
Charlie.
Yes.
oh, Charlie Hunnam.
yeah,
Yeah.
failed hard.
That's because that type of movie is not in.
Robin
but
Hood doesn't sell either anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
There have been
I love
3
that.
What
I
was
know
that
you
last,
do. I
that
know
last
you do.
one. No, it completely disappeared. It
Yeah.
came and went, and nobody even.
That was that
cared.
fast-paced one with
But-
all the weird, crazy tricks and
But
stuff.
if Disney remakes
Oh,
it,
shut up!
you
They-
know it'll bomb or not bomb.
It might bomb.
It might bomb, but it'll make like
Might
way
bomb.
more money.
One more fact here. This was the first Disney animated feature made under a single director. Previous features were directed by either 3 or 4 directors or by a team of sequence directors under a supervising director.
Okay.
There's not much really to say about this movie other than
Well,
it's a fun animated film.
Did you like it,
Yeah, I mean it's a Disney movie that's
You know what my favorite character
kind
was?
of just what
Merlin?
Merlin's beard.
Merlin's beard.
Yeah,
Wasn't really a character.
I know.
He just wraps up and
It's
everything.
just like he was getting it. He's like,
Archimedes is pretty funny. Yeah.
I mean, I like
Archimedes is funny.
Archimedes.
Yeah.
He just his he got twisted up in the chain, and I forget what he called it. He's like, "You infernal chain."
You infernal
Infernal
chain,
chain.
blast you. Yeah, it's just a fun animated film. You can't go wrong.
Dash it all.
Cash it all. No, it's just everything he says is funny. But no, my favorite scene is the squirrel scene. Just especially like not oh my god.
Madam
Go
Mim.
on.
Or no,
Who?
Wart.
Wart, but I want to call him as
Arthur.
It's fine.
It's not Wart.
You can call him
it's
Arthur. It's fine.
Yes,
or
when
Wart.
when Arthur is getting chased by his girl squirrel, it's not so funny. It's just it's cute. But it's when Merlin and her like the big squirrel like pops up and she's like, woohoo.
Ooh, hi. Yeah.
You know, and he pushes her and she goes whack. Like, just that whole scene is just so funny.
It's cute.
She takes his tail and is like in his face. I'm like, that just reminds me of like how I annoy you sometimes.
Right. You just can't seem to stop. I'm just like, no, I don't want it. No, but it's just a fun movie. And I don't think you can go wrong with I don't think there's a Disney movie that you would actually like just sit there and hate as you're watching it.
Yeah, there is.
What?
Pete's Dragon.
Oh, come on.
I hate Pete's Dragon. I'm sorry, Mom. She loves that
No,
one.
she knows you hate it.
I know, and she's
Isn't
very mad
that-
that I don't like
Isn't
it.
that a live action with an animated?
Yes.
thing?
Yes.
Yes. It's so boring.
Snooze fest for her.
It's so boring. I hate it. That's my least favorite right there.
Did
Okay.
you notice that Wart or Arthur? It seemed like he had 2 different voice actors in.
Mhm.
Did you notice that?
I did notice that. He got a little deeper at some times.
Yeah.
I
Well,
did notice
maybe
that.
it took a while to record. He went through puberty.
Could be.
Maybe.
It could have happened. Maybe there was a reshoot or re-record that needed to be done, and they just said, screw it. We'll just go with it.
No, but it did. It still has some laugh out loud moments for me.
Yeah, it's a great movie. It's a great animated film.
It's fun.
Good, clean
It's
family.
short too, wasn't it?
Hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, we can get this done inside of our meal. It'll be fine.
Ooh, just to kind of, I forgot. I wanted to talk about this real quick. We watched Jack.
Yeah, we did.
Have you seen Jack?
No, I've seen it, and I have it on my to watch, but I haven't watched it yet.
Okay, so it still holds up.
Yeah.
I
say that out of nostalgia.
I did not realize that it was PG-13.
Yeah,
Oh.
because they look at Hustlers, don't they?
They do.
They do, but I guess I just don't remember that
And
as a kid.
Doesn't he grab Fran Drescher's ass?
Yes.
Well, yeah, but it's more like not like a. I don't think he like grabs it, but he has his hand on her butt.
it's there's a lot of adult humor.
Yeah.
Did you? Oh, I wrote it down on my phone. That's what I said. I wrote down like the things that went over my head in this movie when I was a child.
There were one of the kids wanted to be a gynecologist when he
Yeah,
grew
I got
up.
that one down.
And he told that to Jennifer Lopez as their teacher.
Yeah,
that's right.
She's
She-
like,
And he's
all
like,
right,
oh, what did he say though?
all right, I got it up. I've got it
Is
up.
it the nerdy kid with the glasses?
No.
No, it's a random
Was
student.
that kid's name Eddie?
You know, I don't
I don't
remember.
remember.
I don't remember his name.
So she goes, all right, kids, I want you to pull out your notebooks. I've got an assignment due at the end of the semester. What do you want to be when you grow up? And I want you guys to think long and hard about it, blah, blah, blah. And she walks down the aisles of desks, and that one kid goes, I want to be a gynecologist. And she goes, and I want some good reasons on why you want to be a
Oh, boy.
gynecologist. And he goes, well, because of you, Miss blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, are you serious? And it's just like,
Wow.
when you're a child, you don't know what a gynecologist is.
Right.
Maybe he did.
But the thing is, it's like that would fly over a kid's head watching this movie.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
But he was
word.
like, you're the reason why. And I'm like, oh my God, that's horrible.
wow. Wow.
Wow. Like Josh and I both put our hand over our mouth. I'm like, that we watched this when we were like 10.
Yeah. Just another one of those Robin Williams movies that you just don't expect the adult humor in it to really fly over your head, but it does.
I don't even know what I wrote.
Okay.
Anne Pink insurance. I don't know what I wrote there.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't even read my own handwriting.
Assurance?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we watched Jack over the weekend too while we were sick. Oh my gosh, getting over that was just a roller coaster. Alex, what's your movie?
I gave you guys a choice last time, and really I just kind of want to watch it this time.
Okay.
And I don't like, this is considered one of like, it is considered a cheesy, stupid movie.
Another.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really want to watch Death Becomes Her.
I
Okay.
don't know what that is.
I don't either.
So it's got it's a really old movie, or not really old. I'd say like it was a 90s movie. And I'm pretty sure it's PG-13 too, but it was one of those PG-13 movies that whenever we went over to my grandma's house, she had it and we were always able to watch it over there. But it's about pretty much these two girls that were best friends, I guess, when they were younger. I can't remember the whole movie, but they end up being rivals, and one looks really, really young, like in her 50s, and she looks like she's 20, and then the other girl gets old, and she's like, my gosh, I look old, and they're obsessed with how good each other looks and trying to one-up each other. Well, then it's a little bit of a fantasy or witchy kind of stuff where they end up going to the same person, drinking a potion that makes them look younger. Well, eventually they both die, but they come back to life because they're drinking this potion, and their mutual like husband boyfriend guy who is played by
I'm looking at the cast right now.
who is it?
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis. He is a person that paints dead people, like when they're dead, like to get them ready for the funeral. So mortician.
It's actually rated pretty highly too.
It is?
Yeah.
What
Okay,
year
I'm
did
like,
it come out?
92?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a I can't. Can you just? Is there a synopsis or
Yes,
something?
yes.
I can't really explain it
The
because
longest.
it's been a really
I've
long
got it
time
right here.
since I've
That
seen it.
says nothing.
I got it right here. When a woman learns of an immortality treatment, she sees it as a way to outdo her longtime rival.
Okay.
I mean, that's basically it, but they pretty much kill each other in it.
It has
and
Meryl Streep and Goldie Hawn,
Okay.
Bruce Willis,
yeah.
Pop quiz. Who did Goldie Hawn marry?
Kurt Russell.
I don't know.
Another pop quiz. Who is?
Goldie Hawn's daughter.
Yeah.
Friggin' the blonde chick.
Kate Hudson.
Kate Hudson.
I used to have a Hollywood crush on her for a very short period of time.
Really?
Yeah, very short. It was right when she was hot.
It was when she made that freaking movie that
Skeleton Key.
Skeleton Key.
Yep.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what's the movie that everyone was pining about. The one that was made by Jordan Peele.
Get Out.
Get Out. It's Get Out. That's all it is. You want to see the watered down version of Get Out? You watch Skeleton Key. Same exact
Is
thing.
it?
Same exact thing.
Huh.
Let's
Okay, I don't
talk
remember.
video games.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to touch on video games. So next week's movie is Death Becomes Her. So we will be
My
discussing
sister and I even think my brother and I, like, that was a movie that when we went to grandma's, that's what we watched. And there's actually like a lot of adult humor in it,
Mhm.
like a lot. And I think it went over our heads.
PG-13.
Is it a comedy?
It looked like it.
I would put it higher in the comedy section, but it's like
Goldie Hawn does a lot of comedy. Did a lot of comedy.
Yeah.
it's like a comedy drama.
Didn't she do that movie a couple years ago with Amy Schumer?
Maybe.
I think they go on vacation and they get kidnapped. Like, it's a comedy too.
That might be it. That might be her. I don't know.
I
don't
It was,
follow.
it was the first time she had been in a movie in several years.
It's like I don't follow Goldie Hawn.
Okay. What are
Hollywood
we moving
career.
on to? Are we gonna do our
Top. So
Topic?
you want to do the decade one, or do you want to move into just some video game stuff and then that?
Oh, I guess we could do the topic first.
I
but
think I want to
we
get
gotta-
our viewers involved
we do
in on
need to
YouTube.
get moving a little bit here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go and get our YouTubers
What?
involved here. We've got quite a few people watching right now.
Okay.
So I want to get this stuff pulled up.
So we're going to be talking about our top video games of the decade.
No, I don't think that's what she meant.
That's one of them.
The fan topic.
No, yeah. I'm just getting that ready. So we're going to be talking about the top 5 from 2010 to 2019.
I just want to do a big shout out to Juice from Juice in the Morning podcast for sharing our content and giving us so many answers to this week's fan
Thank you very much, Juice.
We actually have to not say all of them.
Yeah.
We've got
I told Alex you might have to fish through some of these. So we have a weekly topic that we had set out for the show and we actually meant to get this out a little bit earlier, but we had such a busy weekend. So what was your first job and how much did you get paid? Now, actually the question mainly was just what was your first job, but people always brought in, that was an added on question if you wanted to answer that. And a lot of people got paid really low on their first jobs from what I've been seeing of responses. Do you want to talk about ours first?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do ours first. Yeah.
So I have two that I can count as a first job. One was just a summer job, and then one was an actual prolonged job.
Me too.
How about we throw into us like how old we were?
Okay. So I was, so I'd have been going into junior, so I'd have been 16. And my first job was at an electric appliance place that actually did repairs and stuff for our town called Oneida Electric. And I got paid $5.75 an hour there. And that was like just for a summer job. I did 40 hours a week, basically. Yeah. 8 to 5.
Oh no, you got hefty paychecks.
I did.
You work so much.
Yep. And then
you were 16 working 40 hours a week?
In the summer, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a violation of child labor laws. I don't care if it is the summer.
It's a farm town.
Yeah, I was like, they work all the time. I mean, he could have probably said, I don't want to work.
Did you get a paycheck or were you paid in cash?
Oh, absolutely paycheck. Yeah.
Weird.
And then I went to a local grocery store called Don's Food Center, and I was getting paid $5.15 an hour there.
Wow.
What'd you do there?
Basic grocery work by stocking shelves, doing carry out, doing cashier stuff, closing the store, opening the store.
Was Don's the only food center?
It was the only grocery store.
Yeah, the only grocery store in Oneida.
Yeah. There was another one, but it didn't last very long. And then I guess you can consider the gas station called The Corner.
The Corner was not a...
It had groceries.
I know, but it was not considered the...
It was more just a convenience store.
Yeah.
But we had an actual grocery store where we had produce and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's where I worked for 3 years.
Yeah.
Actually 2.5 years before I moved here. So, yeah. That was my first summer and regular job.
Are we just going to go around the table?
Yeah.
My first job, I don't know if you want to count babysitting or not. Because I honestly, I can't give you a...
You don't know your hourly rate.
I don't know my hourly rate because I would just get a fat check after I would be done. And it didn't all end up being the same amount every time, but I didn't complain because it was a decent amount of money.
Yeah.
And I watched that child from 3 months old to I think she was 5 or 6 when I stopped watching her. So that's how I paid my $300 phone bills every month.
Yep, pretty much.
With extra money to go and see him. So, and I was probably 15, I think, when I started watching her. Or 14. But my very first paycheck job, I was a busser at a restaurant called Banditos. It's a Mexican food restaurant. And I got the job through my uncle who worked there. So I really didn't have to do it. I did an interview, but at the end of the interview, she's like, okay, so we're going to start you on Friday, Saturday. And I'm like, did I get the job? She's like, of course you did.
That's basically how my interviews went too.
Differences.
Yeah. It was just it's just my uncle couldn't interview me because he was my uncle. So he was like, hey,
Conflict
just
sit
down and interview and give her the job.
Yeah.
So, and I worked, I was 16, I believe. And I worked Friday, Saturday, Sundays as a busser. And I got paid $5.15 an hour. And then at the end of the night, if where I got my money was at the end of the night, if the waiters and waitresses wanted to leave early, they would slip me their tips, hefty amounts to clean their section and roll their silverware. I was getting good money to do that, more than I would get paid in a night
Pretty much.
to do that. Especially we had this huge party room in the back, and that was just, if it was reserved for birthday parties, it took an hour just for one person to be able to clean it. It was just nasty. There's chips everywhere, salsa.
Sure.
So they'd be like, Alex, you want to make $50? And they'd give me $50 to clean the whole thing.
Nice.
So I did that, and then I also... while I was working there, I was also a hostess, and I don't know why, because there was more labor and more work that actually went into being a busser, and I got paid $5.15 for that, and I got paid $6.25 an hour to stand at a podium and seat people.
Yeah.
I still don't know why I got paid more. That's just what the hostess started off
Because
as.
you're the first face they see.
Yes, it matters.
But why do I get paid more?
Because you have
To
to look a
stand
certain
there.
way.
Customer relations.
I answered the phone and took
Host.
people
Yep.
to their seats.
You had to make sure everyone was happy when they first
They don't
arrived.
put just anybody at host.
Right.
Look at people who are busing and hosts.
Nobody wanted to host.
Well,
Because people don't like people.
I just
That's
wanted
also
paid
why-
extra money, so I was like, sure, I'll
also
do
why they
it.
have to pay more because nobody wanted to do it.
Right.
Oh.
Supply and
Okay, I
demand.
guess I got that one. But I think that's actually how they got me to do it. I was a busser for a while, and they're like, you want to host? You get paid more.
Right.
No one else wants to do it.
Yep.
But yeah, that's what I did. A horrible job, by the way. Never going to work in the food industry again.
Yeah, no. Brett, what was yours?
So my first job was when I was 14. I worked 35 hours in the summer for my grandpa. Paid me $150 a week, which was not enough.
No.
And it was labor outside. So
Oh, man.
I mean, he worked me hard, but it
Right.
was it was significant.
Mm-hmm.
And then my first real job was a cart pusher at Walmart, and I started at $6 an hour.
Wow. That was before the big minimum wage raise up.
Well, it wasn't that big, but it was before it went up. Yes,
Went $1 up.
it went up $2.
Yeah.
What is minimum wage? $7.25?
$7.25 it was.
$5, and it hasn't changed in I don't know how
It's
long.
been a
Since
while.
like 2007 or 8.
Probably, yeah.
I remember working at electronics when the no, it was taxes. It wasn't minimum wage. Taxes went up a penny. That's what it was.
What was your guys' first raise?
Oh,
Oh, I have no idea.
well, my first I would consider myself going from Don's Food Center to Walmart.
Like a raise? I mean, but did you get a raise at Don's or get a raise at...
Nope.
No?
No. I
My
never
first
asked for one,
raise
I don't
as a
think.
busser, I got a 10-cent raise, and they made it like a big deal. He like took me in the back, like, you've been doing great. We're gonna have a really nice raise on your next paycheck, and I got it, and I went from like $5.15 to $5.25, and I was like, I was like, that's a nice raise. Here's your raise.
It's a liar. Reference.
Oh yeah,
that's great.
Yeah. Okay, well let's get to
Comments.
some comments here.
And thank you very much for everyone who has chimed in on
Yes,
saying what
you know
their-
what we've got probably 30 comments, and
What?
there's no way I'm gonna be able to get through everybody's. So just because he was such a big help, I'm gonna go ahead and read Justin Juice's response first.
Yeah.
He said his first job was working for my uncle landscaping at $14 an hour, which damn, that's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
But I was in school and sports, so during school I might only work like 1 day a week. Then during summer it was full time. My first real job that was not through family was Ponderosa as a cashier and made $6.36 an hour. That's
Ooh.
more
Remember
like it.
Ponderosa?
I don't
I
think
do.
I've ever
Yeah,
been.
steakhouse.
Ponderosa
Yeah.
was like a buffet.
Mhm.
Yeah. I remember they had a competition that if you could have an average check sale of $9 or more, you could get paid $9 an hour for that shift. I hit that so frequently that they moved me to serving, which was $3.25 an hour plus tips.
Wow.
$3.25 an hour
That
is actually
seems
pretty.
a lot for a server.
Yeah, that's a lot for a server.
Next.
We've got the Dan and Cody podcast.
Oh,
So
cool.
shout out to them. McDonald's cashier, $5.15 an hour.
Yep, sounds about right.
Where are you seeing those? Because I'm looking at our Facebook.
This is our Facebook.
Oh, we got a lot.
Yeah. We've got Tila, who said her first job was in high school, sometime between 2000 and 2001. Meyer as a bagger, back when they existed. $7 an hour.
Yeah.
We've got cousin Andrew. First real job was painting. Started at $8 an hour. Summer after my sophomore year in 2002. Was making $10 an hour when I graduated in 2004. Great job for a high school kid. Flexible schedule and good pay. That's actually really good pay.
I went
Yeah.
with him on a couple jobs, and I was not good.
Like he was really good.
He was good at it. I was not.
he found his passion a little bit more than you
At
did.
least as a teen,
Yeah.
or something he could do. He did well, and his boss recognized it and paid him for it.
I got a couple here, Alex.
Okay.
Because my dad commented on one of them here, and I just gotta find the stupid thing.
Okay, well, I can read
Yeah,
a
go
couple
ahead.
more. We've got Julia, who said her first job was a deli clerk at Kroger, which is a grocery store. $7.25.
Yeah.
So that must be now
I
or
got
recently.
I got a couple here. One of them's from Patrick. His was moving furniture and warehouse, making $6 an hour, and was 12 working at the moving company. Wow.
12 years old.
12.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
I mean, $6 an hour for 12 years old.
the common denominator is low pay.
Very,
Right,
very low
right.
pay.
My dad, walking beans and picking rocks, 50 cents an hour.
Walking
50
beans? What
cents.
is walking beans?
Walking through the field, making sure all the rocks are taken out of the bean field. 50 cents an hour.
You know, that does remind me that I did work for a farmer in the area who
You were a farmhand?
was sort of. He did tomatoes.
How much
It
did you
was-
get paid an hour? Because I have a farmhand that got.
Don't remember how much we got paid. But what's interesting about planting tomatoes is that the contraption that the tractor pulls, there's seats in it, and you sit in front of this little wheel with holes in it. The wheel spins, and you actually take the tomatoes out of the plastic things they're in. They're sitting in front of you, like vertically, and you drop them in the holes.
Huh.
So the tractor goes incredibly slow because it's it being pulled is what turns the wheel, and it drops it right in. It digs a little trench, and it drops it in this trench.
Huh.
And we got paid pretty decent because they would ask a bunch of kids from school, because
Really?
and they would pay us, kids. They didn't have to pay us much, they were just kids making money.
Right.
But it was actually, you get a good group together, and it's actually pretty fun. But it
yeah.
just takes forever.
I
So
guess
slow.
he'd be kind of like my brother-in-law. I guess that would be it. He got paid $5 an hour. So being a farmhand.
I want to say we probably got $10 an hour.
That's pretty good, actually. Yeah. Being a farmhand for my uncle when we were just
What about
helping out with,
recycling?
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That was like $5 an hour too.
Still getting paid by family. That's-
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna complain, but
no, you don't get complained if you get paid by family.
right. You really just get what you get.
Yeah. We've got Nikki, who said my first job was a waitress, $2.25 an hour plus tips. Samantha, who said cashier, shelf stocker.
Alex, you see all these?
No.
Yeah.
I made $5.15 an hour. Josh, you can read some.
Got someone who a lot of people have worked fast food, so they've been making pretty much a standard rate. I see $6.50. I see $7.25. $5.50 at McDonald's. Toys R Us making $7. Taco Bell $7.15. That's actually really good, right there.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good.
Jonathan from Juice in the Morning, he actually was doing Arby's at $6.75 an hour. So
That's
yeah.
decent.
Being a store bagger, cart wrangler, $7.50 an hour. Wow. I mean, everyone's making actually not that terrible a wage. I guess. What was the purpose of you bringing this up?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't remember.
Oh,
I really don't. I just was like, oh man.
thought you had something to go with it.
Yeah. No, I was curious. I was like, oh dang. I remember when I was making $5.15 an hour, and I remember my parents going like, you should be lucky you're making that much.
Right.
I'm like, $5.15 an hour and only working Friday night, Saturday, even if I worked a double on Saturday, and I was only allowed to work Sunday mornings. Just in that, I was making like $75 tops, and then like some tips and stuff to take home. That was enough to fill my gas tank.
Oh yeah.
Like, and sometimes not enough. Like, because that's when gas was
$3.
like, well, no, it was like almost $4.
Almost $4, yeah. I
Yeah,
remember that.
and I had a gas
Gas
guzzling
guzzler? What are you
gas
saying?
guzzler.
A guzzling.
And I went to college when I was like towards the end of working at Banditos, and I was still working there. My college was across town, and I had to take that gas guzzler all the way across town and come back
You're right.
on the highway.
Yep.
So I got one more. Shelby said I worked at Master Spas and was in production of putting TVs and radios in the hot tubs.
Okay.
Oh, I made $9.
TVs in a hot tub?
It says TVs and radios in the hot tubs. He made $9 an hour.
It's just a simple electrician job.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
Do you have any more off of Facebook that you'd like to?
I generalized a lot of people doing a lot of fast food. And that's actually good for the industry, is learning, simple customer service. I went into McDonald's.
It's a good first job.
I went into McDonald's on Sunday.
You went into it?
I went into McDonald's because I wanted to make sure the drive-thru was packed. Sundays are not nice I needed to get hangover food for me and Alex.
Yeah.
And so I went in there. man, are they not polite anymore? Like it is not a happy place.
Did you order from a kiosk?
I couldn't because I wanted to get the deal. Buy one, get one for $1.
Sure.
So I just wanted to save money that way. And they didn't have that on the kiosk. I didn't want to go through the drive-thru, so I went and talked to somebody. I'm not saying that the person that helped me was not. It was everyone else.
Was there anybody in the store eating?
Yeah. It's weird. There's only like 3 tables available now in McDonald's.
Yeah.
It's like an eatery artisan place
They
now.
don't want you to sit and eat.
No, and I think they've realized that's why they remodeled all their restaurants into that.
Yes.
And it was just the way that people, like, the coloring is now like brown and gray inside of a McDonald's. It's depressing. It makes you hate
I know.
to
It
be
looks
there.
like it's supposed to be for an adult, but
They
McDonald's was
don't-
marketed towards kids when I was
They
younger.
don't want
Yeah.
people in there. They want you to. Why do you think they open up 2 drive-through lanes?
Not all of them have that.
No, but a lot of them
The
do.
one on
and
Stellhorn is still the crappy 1-lane
I agree.
McDonald's.
So
and
horrible.
It's always full. It's always
it's
full.
the worst.
Did you
There's
notice
no room
that?
for them to expand.
Did you notice,
No.
not at that one, but at other ones, like your order comes up on the menu
It's a big
screen?
LED
It's a
screen
big
now.
LED
You can't
screen.
friggin' miss it now.
And
No.
they've limited their menu so much. It's just changed so much. Like the industry itself, the way people like communicate. We were happy to get our one drive-through guy that we hadn't had in
I know. We're like,
months?
oh dang, he's back. It was just like he's just
very
very
interpersonal.
nice.
Very nice.
Yes, very,
Very nice
nice. And we'll
guy.
talk to you while you're in line. And oh, what did we say? We're like, oh, 1 moment, please. He'll be like, okay, that'll be $9.50. Like it's
he
just-
likes to joke back.
yeah.
We
Yeah.
gotta move on.
Yes, we
Okay.
do. So thank you very much for all of your input on your first job. We'll have something up on Friday on our social media, so just stay tuned for that. Do you want to move into our topic of the decade, I guess we can call it?
Yeah.
So top 5 video games of the decade. Now this, I saw someone else making, top this of the decade. I was like, we can do that. We can do a TV show. We can do a video game. We can do a movie. And then maybe I don't know.
This was very difficult.
It was for you?
difficult. I thought it was gonna be difficult, and it really wasn't after I thought about it.
You just listed all the games you played over the decade. Did you narrow it down?
I listed like the games that I really liked playing.
You need to narrow it down to 5.
It's very difficult to do.
So you're gonna stare at that and pick it off the top of your head?
I'm gonna try.
Okay.
It's
So
just very
I think
difficult.
it's important to explain how you came up with this.
Well, the decade is
No, not
What?
doing top. How you chose the games that you chose.
Oh, okay.
mine was hours played, the passion I had for it, and memories.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty much how I went.
That
off
kind of
it.
makes me feel bad because I didn't put one of the games on the list that I probably should have.
Now I will say that even though we have this list, we compared to real nerds don't play as many different games.
I'm very varietous though. I've been that way. I actually have on my stream. I actually
But the
have to list my
sheer
games that I'm going to be
number
playing.
of games compared to what's out there.
Oh, you're never going
We
to.
barely scratched the surface.
You're never going to hit.
Oh no, I don't know.
Like we're gonna say all of us. I'm gonna say all of us. We're not gonna put a battle royale game on this.
No.
So none of us liked a battle royale game. Like unless you consider Black Ops 4 having that. But I mean, you really got.
I liked Blackout, but it wasn't like.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I won.
Twice.
My list, like number 1 is my number 1, but the other 4 are in no particular order.
Okay, so you just want to kind of go like from bottom to top.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna say my runner-up was Minecraft, and that's a runner-up. Minecraft. Like I had a 6th one that I couldn't take off the list, but because it's so big in the industry and I enjoyed so much time with it. So yeah, I'm just gonna say my runner-up 6, Minecraft, and I don't know if any of you would agree with that, and none of you really ever played
no.
it with me very
Sorry.
much. So
I
Yeah.
get and I appreciate Minecraft. Okay,
So-
I appreciate it, but I do not play it.
That's okay. That's okay. So yeah, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna say my number 5 was Limbo.
Okay.
Now,
Yeah.
this game came out in 2010. It's a side-scroller thriller puzzle platformer. It's
Limbo
great.
was on my list.
It was on your list.
It was on like the
yeah.
lower half.
Yeah, this game threw me for a loop. It was an indie title, and I love it. I can
I'm
go
not
back
big
to
on
it.
puzzle games or puzzle solving and that
Mhm.
stuff, but I really enjoyed
BS, you play Tomb Raider. That's all puzzles.
I know, but the challenge tombs are the part of the game that I'm like, I hate.
Okay.
Like I like just going through and collecting
Okay.
things and doing fetch quests and things like that. I don't like
I
solving.
like the tombs.
Yeah?
Good for you, man. The challenge tombs I wasn't a big fan of.
Right. So who wants to go next?
I haven't said anything.
Yeah, go ahead. What's your
So-
5? Fifth.
Wait. So number 6
Your
You have a
runner-up.
runner-up?
probably is Gears of War 3.
That's a runner-up for you?
Wow.
And the reason why
Holy
is
cow.
because Gears was not new. Gears had been out for a while.
Right.
But what they did with number 3, they made it better in every way than the previous 2, and they added Horde. Well, no, they didn't add Horde. Horde was in 2, but they refined Horde and had, I think, the best version of Horde is in number 3, even
Mhm.
though we haven't played 5 yet.
Oh, I'd love to.
But Horde, even though it started in Gears 2, didn't come into other games until 3, and it was just awesome in 3. And I
Yeah.
put so many hours into Horde by myself.
Yeah, you
which
can
is
play on
not
your own.
really
Yeah.
a on your own game mode,
No, it's
but
not.
3 made it able to be. And
Yeah.
so I just a lot of hours in Gears. So,
You said that as long as you got to wave 20, you were happy for most of the time for
yeah,
doing
yeah.
Horde.
You
on your
could
own.
go. That would be the quickest.
Yeah.
Because if you're really just trying to level up without playing deathmatch,
Right.
you could just go 1 through 20 and do okay by yourself.
Which kind of kills a lot of, I'm going to say a lot of the video game experience for what they're aiming for these days is multiplayer, and you don't go for that. And that's always been your niche, is kind of just shying away from multiplayer.
Yep.
It took a lot for us to get you onto Halo with us.
And even then, it was
Right.
only if I was in a certain mood. That
Mhm.
was my number 6. I said right.
Yeah.
Gears 3. Yeah, do you have a number
my
5?
number 5 is Spider-Man for PS4
Wow, and that came out last year?
Last year?
last year. Yep.
Wow.
It's just it's a sandbox style, but
Mhm.
everything you can do in it is fun,
Yeah.
and it's just traveling. When you compare it to like Arkham City, it's so much more fun to web sling than it is to glide and grapple hook and glide and grapple hook.
Yeah, it's a lot less effort.
Yeah. It's so smooth. You just boom and you go, and you can run on the walls, up the walls, whatever.
Yeah.
And the combat is great. The combat, combined with your webbing is great.
Right.
The story is really the kind of letdown. Like, it's not a great story. It's
Mhm.
fine, but it's not great. But it's always fun.
Yeah, I heard it's like its own story. Like it wasn't even something that was like prominent in the comics or anything.
No,
Like,
yeah,
didn't they make a new villain for this one? Is that
I don't think so,
no?
but I don't know the villain's real.
You don't know their okay. Yeah.
But I can't. They will do another one.
Oh, they have to,
That would
as
be
successful as it was.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, Alex, you got a runner up and then number 5.
I've got 2 runners up. I can't do it.
What?
I've got 2 runners up for my 6, which are
Jeez.
they're tied. The Sims 3.
Oh, you've spent hours on that.
I know, but believe me,
What year did that come out?
2009.
It's
2009?
2010. We're doing 2010.
2010.
Yeah.
Well, either
That
way, I think I
can't
get
count.
in 2009. The Sims 3 and the Stick of Truth.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that was like tied up my runner up only because like the Stick of Truth, I think that was like a campaign that I did and I was obsessed with it like enough to where I was at work and I'm like, I can't wait to come home and do the next part of the Stick of Truth. And I finished it within a couple days.
Mhm.
And other than just one Chim Pokemon that I could not go back and get, like it wouldn't let me because it was like through some area that I went through and you can't go back. Other than that, I completed the whole entire thing. And it was like watching an episode, like a really long, like a movie of South Park. And it was...
And it kind of felt like a Pokemon game, too, because it was RPG
Yeah, it was
style.
also RPG style. But I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Like a lot. Like I didn't think I was going to because I saw you play it. And I'm like, I'm just going to play it. And it ended up being like a really fun game.
Yeah.
So in The Sims 3, I played hours
Right.
of
I
that.
think it came out to Xbox later than the PC.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
release.
it did. Yeah, it did.
It was its own release
Mm-hmm.
because it was meant for console. Sims 3 that was for Xbox was meant for the console.
Right.
I played hours and I had a lot of different accounts and it was just so much fun to start over. And I mean, Josh would leave for work at freaking 11 o'clock in the morning and then come back at 7 or 8 and I'm still freaking playing. Like it was just getting lost in the game was very easy. So that's why I put Sims 3. I mean, it's kind of it's kind of boring and it's just something to pass the time, but it's also, I put a lot of time into it.
Number 5.
Number 5, Tomb Raider.
2013, the first one.
The first one.
Yeah.
Yes.
As I look back, I think that one probably is the best out of the trilogy.
It is. It's the best.
The
I mean, I
first
really
one?
liked the newest one, the third one, but
Shadow.
it does not top the first one.
Yeah.
Really?
I would
The
agree.
second one was just, it was good, but it was just not what I
I
wanted.
think it was the levels because you're on an island. And I think
I
like
guess,
that
yeah.
more
Mhm.
than I did. It's definitely better than Rise, but even
Yeah.
more than Shadow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my number 5. The just Tomb Raider.
Number 4.
Number 4, Rocket League. I mean, this is kind of like a
How is that your number
no-brainer.
4? I thought it'd be like a number 2
There's
for
more.
you.
There's 3 more that are way up there that are like really big on my list. But Rocket League, I mean, you can't really say much extra about Rocket League other than it's a multiplayer soccer game, and all you have to do is just have a certain. I guess it takes a skill after a certain point of time where you have to actually learn how to do things right and do things properly with a team. But other than that, it's a fun game that I can waste hours on, and I actually only get like a couple matches in because matches actually take a hefty amount of time. Like 15 minutes normally is a match. So yeah, Rocket League is my number 4.
The Walking Dead Telltale series, season 1.
Really?
And the reason why is because I think this was Telltale's really, it wasn't their first game, but it was their first weekly episodic, I think, because I don't think the Sam and Max were episodic. And but I remember when this came out because it was like appointment TV. Is you played that episode and they're like, holy crap, what's going to happen? You had to wait for them to release the next episode.
It took a couple months in between, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
But it was very engaging. The story was great, and it ended very sad, which everybody kind of anticipated the ending. But
Right.
I think it got Game of the Year that year. So
I think it did.
it was just, again, you hadn't really experienced anything quite like that, and the fact that it was like a TV show episodic where you got to wait to see what happens next was very fun.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I played a little bit of the Walking Dead games, and I didn't go too far with them. I stopped after, actually, I was on 4, and I was going to play the episode 5, but then we got an Xbox One, and it just didn't, I didn't transfer it over.
I've got them the first 2 seasons on 360, and then I got them again on 1. I think they might have been free. For
And now they've
Xbox One.
removed them, right?
No, they're still there. And
Really?
Telltale did not finish season 4. Season 1 through 4 is all about Clementine, who was a little girl, and I
Right.
believe season 4 they had to get a different developer to finish it.
Because Telltale went out of business.
They laid off a bunch of people, and I think they closed.
I don't know how that happened.
I don't
Like,
either, because they took that concept and just applied it to every single license out
Yeah,
there.
the Batman one. I remember that one.
Batman, Back to the Future,
Mhm.
Borderlands.
I think they had a
Game of
Jurassic Park
Thrones,
one.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Go on. Number
Yeah.
4, Alex.
Number 4, Black Ops 2/4. I like
basically-
I like them both the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
Black Ops. Well,
Yeah, Black Ops 2 and 4, number 4 spot. Why?
best multiplayer probably.
not best, but I mean it's in my
2
top.
is the best out of all of them.
Yeah, but I'm just 2 and 4. I like them the same. They were
Yeah.
both just. I put a lot of hours into them. I was very good at both, and I was obsessed with both for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. And I like Call of Duty. I like the Black Ops.
Yeah, I'm not like, for me, feeling with Call of Duty, like Modern Warfare feels different than the Black Ops series.
It does. I like it, but I don't like it as much as Call of Duty Black Ops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
That's my number 4.
3.
Number 3, BioShock Infinite. And that came out in
Oh, I would've thought you would've
2013.
Put the first.
Oh damn it! I didn't put.
No,
BioShock
first one
on
didn't.
this.
The first one came out in 2008,
Oh, that's
I
right, it
think.
did.
Yeah. Yep. So BioShock Infinite, very emotional campaign, emotional music to it. I cannot like put a game in my head other than maybe Halo 4, but that's not on my list.
Didn't you cry? You cried.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
it was a tearful ending. Also, I'm like mainly just feeling the connection towards the protagonist and antagonist connection that really like twisted your head. Really good game. I'm hoping they do a 4th one and that they do it just as good. I think that they're actually working on a 4th one now, so it'd be really cool if they could do something with it. That's not going to be like a cash grab. But one of my favorite campaigns of all time. I'm happy to have played it twice. One on the 360 and one on the Xbox One when we bought the trilogy remastered. So, yeah, that's my number 3.
Red Dead Redemption.
Ooh.
I'm
I'm surprised at that one.
When I was thinking back, and I remember in you know what? I think Red Dead Redemption came out in 2009. I don't think it can make the list.
Let's take a look here.
I don't know. I put 09s on mine. You said decade. It's 2019.
It's okay.
It was 2009, right?
No, 2010.
Was it?
Yep.
Okay.
You're still
good. When this came out, nobody really expected it to just blow everyone away.
Yeah.
And everybody was talking about it for at least the first 2 weeks that it released.
Mm-hmm.
People that don't even like Westerns played this game and loved it.
That was me.
And horse mechanics had never been done well in a game before, and they were perfect.
Yeah, how did they do it?
It's freaking Rockstar. They can just they can make anything good.
Yeah.
And it was a good story.
Yeah.
And it was also had a very emotional ending, but just a lot of fun, incredibly detailed as any Rockstar open game is.
Yeah.
And it was just great.
I really like the Undead Nightmare, which you don't like that.
I didn't like it as much, but I understand why people do like it.
I was really into it.
It's a great add-on.
Yeah, I was really into it. I remember buying Red Dead when it was Game of the Year edition. It came with that, so I didn't really need to worry about getting the extra DLC.
Alex,
Doing another lump.
pardon?
Halo ODST, Halo Reach, Halo 4.
Just say Halo.
think
Alex,
that
you
really
can't
works.
do that.
Isn't it ODST in 09?
It is.
Yeah.
Yes.
And 3, did you say 3?
No, I said ODST, Reach, and 4.
Reach was 09.
No, Reach was 10.
Reach was 10.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I don't think you can combine Reach and 4. Just saying.
Well, I did.
Well, my number 2 is Halo Reach, so I guess we can both kind of talk about it a little bit.
Talk about it. There's really nothing to talk about. It's just that it's
well, you never played the campaign.
Halo 4 is my favorite. I mean,
Really?
I'm going off of multiplayer, by the way, not story, because I've never played the campaigns. I know. But no,
Are you going to
Never
now
will.
that
I don't
Reach?
know.
At
Reach
this point, you never will.
Reach will be on the 1 tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay.
You won't do it.
Don't tell me what I'm not going to do.
That's 6 campaigns. Can you do them?
That's a lot of campaigns.
Reach
you would
1,
have,
2.
You would have to, in 2020, you would devote one of your 3 streaming days to Halo campaigns, and it'll take you the whole year.
Yeah.
That actually might not be a bad idea.
Yeah.
I could probably do that on Mondays. Anyways, that's
Yeah.
why. Just because Halo 4 is going to be, if I were to put those in order, it'd be Halo 4, Halo Reach, Halo ODST.
Yeah. ODST can't really be a part of that, really.
I know, but I liked ODST.
You said Reach is your number 2?
Yeah. Reach was like
Halo 4 is my favorite.
The multiplayer aspect, the ability to sprint, your armor abilities were great. The campaign was fun.
I guess speaking from a person who only really or doesn't really care about multiplayer, a Halo game without Master Chief is only so good.
Right.
Yeah.
But it did make Firefight better.
I really like
Well,
Firefight.
it was first in ODST.
Yeah.
Yes,
and
it
I
was.
think that's why, that's why I
Yeah.
have ODST on there. Firefight I was obsessed.
Oh, we did Firefight on the
a
ODST
lot.
a lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
So that's why it's on my list. Okay, Josh.
Mine, no, it's
Well,
mine.
no.
Or
All right.
Brett.
Yeah.
My number 2 is GTA 5.
I knew somebody
That
was
was
going
the
to have
one
it.
that was going to be on my
Yeah.
list as well, just due to the memories that we had with. As soon as I said memories, I'm like, God, we had so many laughs.
That was the memory ones because the online that we had.
I've never heard you laugh
was-
so hard and ever.
It was just legendary.
It was great.
So funny.
I would love to go back and just relive those days. GTA 5, just the early adopted games. Like
But early in when there wasn't that much in it.
we had to
was
make our
when it
own
was
stuff.
The most fun.
Mm-hmm.
There were the jobs, no heists, no crazy stuff. There's so much in it now.
Mm-hmm.
It would be so hard to go. Well, we went to it and we were struggling.
And they added the casino part now,
Yeah.
which I've been like, hey, let's play it. But now I've been hearing like that's real money though.
It's just
so maybe not.
They're printing money. Rockstar is
Mm-hmm.
but with that whole online ecosystem.
Yeah, I would love to go back and play it again, and I say that all the time, but no one joins me on that.
It would be. I think now it would if you're not in it often, it'd be hard to do.
So yeah, I agree.
Alex, number 2.
My number 2?
Number 2.
Rock Band 3.
I thought one of you might put a Rock Band. in.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Do you know how we have spent more money on that game?
It always comes back to how many songs you bought.
It's
we had a lot.
Like all right. It also goes back to living in Chicago and not having $1 to do anything.
Yeah.
And what you do is your friend brings over. We all kind of get whatever money we have left. We throw it in a pot and go. We have this much money to go and buy a cheap ass bottle of vodka, mix it with some Sprite or something, and then rock out to playing Rock Band.
It was a fun time.
That was just like to the memories that we have playing Rock Band. Like, it's amazing. You get drunk, you play Rock Band. Like, it was a fun thing to do like every weekend.
Yeah.
And then all of the songs, like we couldn't wait for like the next week to all the other songs that they're gonna the playlist or the packet of what do they call them? The playlist or what did Rock Band release? Song packs or whatever. We were like, oh, what do we have this week? And it's just being able to play your favorite songs in karaoke in your own room.
Right.
And then acting like you're strumming the guitar or playing the drums. And it's a lot of fun. I had a lot of memories with it. And it's something we can still take out now and have a lot of fun with.
Still can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Number 1.
Destiny.
I knew.
Destiny.
I thought as you
That's
were
my
going through
number
it,
1.
When you said you're number 2, I'm like, are either of them going to pick Destiny?
Destiny's
Yes.
my number 1.
Destiny. I've never had someone be concerned about our gaming tech.
Yes.
technique. You were so worried about us playing one game.
So worried,
first.
but
You know how
I was a little concerned.
When someone gets concerned,
so you know how like there's the stereotype with like the people that play D&D and World of
Yes.
Warcraft, like
Magic.
and Magic, like that is how we were on Destiny. Like
Destiny was a
it was
club.
life. Destiny
Yes.
#life.
it was life.
Very much life.
If I would have started streaming back then, I would have loved the content.
We've
we
always
would've
talked
made.
about like how much we probably would have grown as a streamer starting back then and playing Destiny on Twitch.
the content we had.
We had so much great content.
I had so much fun playing that game. And Brett, you couldn't really enjoy that with us because it was not your style.
I tried it. I just could not get
Right.
into it.
Right.
I have never. Like, the other thing too is the money we spent on renting it before we actually freaking bought the damn
Probably
thing.
bought about 4 copies.
Oh my gosh,
We
we did
probably
rent it
did.
a lot. I remember that.
We
just
rent it a
constantly-
lot, and I was like, we'll just keep renewing it because this is a good game. And eventually, we're like, maybe we should just fucking buy it.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's when we started getting into the 2 console system.
I've never had more fun on a game and been more obsessed with a game than Destiny.
You've never stayed up.
I've never stayed up.
Not even with Borderlands 2.
No.
No.
I mean, Borderlands 2 is like, it's on my list, but it was just another. Borderlands 2 is good, but it wasn't like.
I remember spending a lot of time on Borderlands.
There's a lot
2,
of
though.
time on it, but I just didn't have the memories attached to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Destiny was like I never had so much fun.
Is
Like that's
that-
what we did every weekend.
Is that your number 1?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So we
Yeah.
both said our number 1s.
Care to guess what mine is?
Hold on. It's like your favorite thing, Splinter Cell.
No.
What? How did that not make your list?
There's only one Splinter Cell game that came out this decade.
I'm gonna
And
say
it's
yours
not my
is
favorite.
Ghost Recon.
Correct.
Yeah.
Ghost
Yeah.
Recon Wildlands.
Yes.
And the reason why, it's the only game I've ever bought 3 times for 3 separate consoles.
We did buy our.
We
buy
did do it with
Destiny.
Destiny.
We bought Destiny 4 times.
4 times
2 copies on 360, 2
Yep,
copies on
yep.
Xbox One.
until the game share started.
I bought Ghost Recon Wildlands for Xbox One, PS4, and PC.
Wow.
And I played through them. I would have played through it on PC, but I don't have a PC that can run it anymore.
Wow.
So
You know, you're saying that. I bought Rocket League twice and got it gifted me by another system, and then BioShock Infinite I've purchased twice.
yeah.
It's crazy. Minecraft twice.
And
Nuts.
it's got to be. I'd have to actually check, but I've got to be pushing 300 hours in Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Man, if I could only see how much time.
Yeah, so I was like, I know on the 360 we could go back and see like
Yeah.
our times on them. I know Halo was like
I don't think you can on 360. It doesn't clock your hours like the Xbox One does.
that's where we were first able to look at it.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it was the 360.
I don't think so.
I'm gonna see if I can find a place where
I
they'll
think you
tell
had to
us.
go through like a website.
I'm gonna see
Yeah,
if I
but
can
it
find one.
clocked in like your 360 games. I didn't see it clock in my newer games.
The Xbox One.
Yeah, like I mean, I didn't.
Xbox One stores it on their console.
Yeah, I
Yes.
haven't checked
the
in
stats.
years,
But I don't think it does. Even if you play a 360 game now that's backwards compatible, I don't think the Xbox One gauges that or times it, I should say.
Yeah.
No, I was actually talking on my Twitch stream today about, or Josh had come into my stream and said there was a new record that was just broken on Twitch. It was like 537 hours in 30 days is how long someone has streamed. And that comes out to be 4 hours of sleep a night, streaming 19 hours consecutively.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, But I was saying, I was like, the longest I've even, like, playing Destiny, that's the longest I've ever been on a game. And I think we would start at like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. And there were times where we got off at 4 or 5.
4 or 5 a.m.
And that
Not
is the
seeing
longest I
anything.
have ever played it. And by the time the last 2 hours of play was literally in the lobby just fucking around.
Yeah.
like it was more like just a chat room to play around in.
Yep.
That's the
Pretty
other
much.
reason we liked it so much.
We gotta get out of here.
Holy cow! We only did half the board today.
I knew that would happen.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to mention that's on the board that is just like a simple chatter. Uno, they are coming out with a new deck. So they did the blind person one.
Yeah.
Well,
Braille.
the Braille, yeah, with Braille and also large lettering
I
and
think
stuff.
You brought that up already.
Yeah. The other one, they just brought out a new deck. It's the Uno nonpartisan.
What?
No red or blue cards.
Oh, because those are associated with the
Politics.
Democratic and Republican parties.
Yep. And there's a new veto card that lets you skip political chatter. Yeah.
That's so
What?
Isn't
It's
it?
so stupid.
So here's the quote. Without red or blue cards, the focus can stay on the game.
That's just a gimmick.
It's a way to make it more about politics
Yeah.
than anything else.
Oh, you bought the non-political version of Uno. You know what I have to say about politics.
Yeah, here's my spiel on the politics.
No.
Let's get out of here.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe we have so much else we got to get to next week. So, all right. So if you want to follow me on Twitch, I am a Twitch streamer. I do Twitch stream on Tuesday and Wednesday evening and Saturday morning. I do have my Twitch gaming schedule on my actual channel. So I do, oh my gosh, what was it? Minecraft Tuesday night, Rocket League Wednesday night, and Luigi's Mansion Saturday morning so far. Sometimes those will change, so I'll update the game title as needed whenever something else comes out, or I choose to play something else during the week. So you guys, since I do such variety streams, so you know when to catch me for the one you want to watch. My Twitch handle is twitch.tv/Mr. L, MISTERL. So make sure you check out my channel.
I also Twitch stream as well. I am twitch.tv/Q_kitty, KUTEKITTI. I Twitch stream on Saturday and Sunday evenings at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and Mondays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah. You've been doing Call of Duty.
I've been doing Call of Duty. Dude, I rocked it today.
You had a few bad ones,
Well, I had like a couple.
but you were always on the top of the leaderboards.
Oh man, I freaking rock it now. Like once I get used, it's always the same thing. Like when I start Call of Duty, I'm like, oh, it's a new game and I suck at it. And it's like 2 or 3 weeks in, and it's like, oh man, now I'm kicking ass. No, I like it. It's fun.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to do our podcast plugs, guys. Thank you very much for the people who have joined us on our YouTube. We thank you very much for joining us live. If you want to catch us live, we do our show at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our YouTube channel. Just search PTO Unlimited. But if we get enough subscribers, we can get our own URL. So make sure if you do like what you see, hit that subscribe button and make sure you like the video as well. And if you want to catch any of our social media, we are on Facebook, which is facebook.com/PTO Unlimited. Instagram is PTO Unlimited _podcast. And we are on Twitter, which is at PTO Unlimited. On there, we're going to also have our weekly discussion. So we're going to have something put up probably on Friday. So make sure you take a look at that and chime in. And we'll be doing a discussion on that on Monday. So make sure you do that. Next week, for our decade, you guys want to do TV?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah. So top TV shows of the decade. All you have to do is just have
So
had
do they have to premiere?
just
Okay.
had new episodes air.
Okay.
So I have a feeling that we're gonna have a couple of the same ones. But yeah, I already have mine listed out. So we're gonna have to think of something for maybe our most memorable moment of the decade will be like our last one. Like we can kind of just do a couple of things, not 5, just like a couple of things that maybe you want to touch on that have happened in the decade.
Okay.
So yeah, so next week we'll be doing TV shows. So top 5 TV shows. Yeah, if you ever want to follow me on Twitter, it is @Lemke619.
Brett_Wings.
Cute_kitty.
On a final note, did you see what Phil Spencer said last week?
What did he say?
So Phil Spencer is the head of Xbox, and someone asked him about VR for the Scarlet, which is the next Xbox.
Mhm.
He basically said, we don't care about VR because nobody's asking for it.
Oh no.
So he took a little heat for that, but he kind of stood by his comments, and it makes me laugh because I've said this whole time nobody cares about VR. And when I say nobody cares, I mean
You mean
the
you know one
majority
person?
of people don't care about VR, and even if they do now, they're not likely to continue. It's a gimmick, just like 3D TVs.
I don't
don't
know.
think-
My brother's pretty damn obsessed with it.
Your brother's in the minority.
You don't think it'll be our primary gaming focus soon?
Not soon.
I think
no.
it would. I think
No.
it's fun, but I get very bad motion sickness.
It's because of the frame rate.
Yeah.
That's what it is, Alex. It's
Speaking
it's
of
nothing
VR,
else.
by the way, I have a game coming out.
It makes me happy.
Yeah, you
Sorry, I
do.
just interrupted. It makes me happy that the head of one of the major two players says
Says that.
that nobody cares.
See, nobody cares.
See, nobody cares.
Anyway, you have what?
I have a game coming out.
And
Half-Life Alex.
Half-Life Alex.
I don't know
It's
what
coming
that
out.
means.
Do you not know who Alex Vance is?
She's a protagonist, NPC player of Half-Life franchise.
And her name
She's-
is spelled ALYX.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why you can never search Alex online
Like, if
because you'll
you-
get Alex Vance.
Yes, if you search, I bet you if you do it, like if you type into Google just ALYX, it'll pop up Alex Vance.
Isn't your full name Alexis?
No.
That's
Oh,
just a nickname.
Don't
I've
you
given
call
her.
her that though?
I do.
A lot of people do. Even people at work have called me Alexis. It's
Is
like
it because they heard me do it?
no, actually.
There's an
There's an
AlexStudio.com.
Alex Studio. But yeah, you type in Alex. I mean, obviously Half-Life Alex is gonna
Do
pop
you go
up.
into images?
Um,
There she is.
yeah,
right there.
that's
Alex
that's
Vance.
Alex.
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
her.
We
But
don't
yeah,
really
so
need to
the video game is
share it.
Half-Life
It's fine.
.ALYX.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, I got a game coming out.
So while we're touching on VR, I just want to do this one quick thing about dairy farms. There is a dairy farm
I saw
near
this.
Moscow. They are retrofitting VR goggles on cows to increase milk production. How freaking crazy is that? They're putting
What?
VR goggles on cows to increase
How does
milk
it
production.
do that?
Basically, it's specifically fitted to enable relaxation to produce more and better milk. The goggles were designed for the cow's head alongside veterinarians, so veterinarians did that with them, and it simulates green summer fields.
That's so bizarre.
After the use, cows have showed decreased anxiety and increased in the mood of the herd.
Okay, that's just weird.
Sounds cool.
That's pretty interesting that they can do that. They've done other simulations for cows as well. Like some places will do like brushing along their sides to make it feel like they have grass, or they're trying to play music, classical music, to keep them calm. I mean,
Sure.
but this is a whole nother level. So that's what I was saying. Like VR has some uses, but it's not like it's not mainstream yet.
No,
So
no.
yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good final note there, Brett.
Yeah. Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here. Thank you very much, guys, for joining us. We'll catch you next week for episode 189.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.